October of every year since 1901, we've had all announcements that are always made in the month of October. However, official presentations of these awards and prizes are made in December. Yes. Do you know or have you heard of how we reward people who have contributed significantly to humankind? I mean, people who have gone out of their way to make contributions, to make inventions that have improved human beings over time. I'm talking about the Nobel Prizes, but do you know where this originates from? From a struggling childhood in Sweden to becoming one of the world's greatest innovators, this is the story of how tragedy, genius, and compassion shaped a legacy that still changes lives every single year. Welcome to this episode where we look into Alfred Nobel's life. Alfred Nobel was born in 1833 in Stockholm, Sweden, to Emanuel and Andretti Nobel. His father was an engineer and an inventor, a man full of ideas but not always lucky. The very year Alfred was born, his father's business collapsed, forcing him to move to Russia in search of better fortune. Years later, success finally came and the family reunited in St. Petersburg. While his father wanted him to be an engineer, Alfred's heart beat for chemistry and physics. He traveled across Europe, learning from some of the best minds of the time. In Paris, he worked in the laboratory of the famous chemist T.J. Pelose, where he met Ascanio Sobrello, the man who discovered nitroglycerin, a liquid more powerful than gunpowder but dangerously unstable. Most scientists avoided it, but Alfred Nobel saw some potential in it, and he became obsessed with finding why and how to make nitroglycerin safe to turn danger into progress. Back in Sweden during the 1860s, Alfred Nobel's experiments continued until tragedy struck. One explosion destroyed his laboratory, killing several people, including his younger brother Emil. The loss devastated him, but he didn't give up. After years of testing, he discovered that mixing nitroglycerin with a fine sand made it stable and moldable, and in 1867 he patented his invention, dynamite. He also developed the blasting cape, revolutionizing mining, construction, and engineering, and for the first time, humans could shape mountains, build tunnels, and construct cities safely and efficiently. Dynamite made Alfred Nobel one of the most successful inventors of his era. He established over 90 factories across 20 countries and held 355 patents in his lifetime. Wealth poured in, but fame didn't bring joy. He was often called the richest vagabond in Europe, a lonely traveler moving between his factories, laboratories, and homes. Despite his success, he never married. Then came a strange twist of fate. A newspaper once mistakenly published his obituary, calling him the merchant of death. The headline read, "Dr. Alfred Nobel, who made his fortune by finding ways to kill more people faster than ever before, died yesterday." Alfred was alive, but that headline changed his life forever. In 1895, in his final will signed in Paris, Alfred Nobel decided to redefine his legacy. He left almost all his fortune, about 31 million Swedish krona, roughly $233 million today, to establish a set of annual prizes. These prizes would honor those, as he wrote, conferred the greatest benefit to humankind in physics, chemistry, physiology, or medicine, literature, and peace. Not everyone was pleased. His relatives protested and governments hesitated. After years of negotiations, his executors made it happen. In 1901, the very first Nobel Prizes were awarded, the Peace Prize in Oslo, Norway, and the rest in Stockholm, Sweden. Decades later, in 1969, another category was added, the Sveriges Riksbank's Prize in Economic Sciences, in memory of Alfred Nobel. From the tragedy of an explosion to the triumph of innovation, Alfred Nobel's story reminds us that every dark moment can ignite light for humanity.